Okay, guys, as I've mentioned, I got the smart carb in yesterday from UPS, and I'm putting it on this 2022 Beta Cross Trainer 300. I'm looking forward to it. The main reason is I'm riding multiple trips out west with radically ranging altitudes. I wasn't really going much above 4,500, 5,000 feet in the past. I was hanging out in the Moab area, some Albuquerque areas, but now I'm headed into Colorado, or my plans are to get out to Colorado and meet up with some friends and do up to 12,000 plus. So it's going to be an issue with jetting. So I bit the bullet and went with the smart carb. So here's the box unboxing. So bear with me while I put this in the phone holder. So what I got is the SC3 because that's their latest version. Now I'm going to pop this in. This is my unboxing and show you what I got and go from there. All right, so I have watched a couple of videos and spoken to them a number of times before I bit the bullet and spent this kind of money, but obviously this was in there, the manual, so I'll set that aside. I'm gonna put the box over here and just give you guys kind of the play-by-play as I pull things out. So I already pulled this manual out. I got a 36 millimeter because that's what they recommended for this cross trainer. So right on top is this smart guide, and I definitely recommend reading all their directions because they're kind of, what do you call it, strict in terms of the way you do things. And the best way to do this in this case is to follow their directions so that when you call them for support, you can at least say, yes, I did it correctly. We're starting from ground zero. And that means a number of things in here. And one of them I'll show you along the way here. But one of the things I didn't realize until I started watching some of the videos online was that this intake, which we'll talk about in a second, right here, which I'll use the carburetor to show you better, has these portholes right here that can be blocked by your boot, your air boot, the boot that goes to the air filter. So you may have to cut away or grind away part of that lip. So that's kind of this quick start thing. That's kind of the warning here on this quick start guide. Read me, blah, blah, blah. You might have to mess with your boot that is on the air side, the air filter side. All right, that being said, we got the the warning, the manual right here. I just dropped something on the ground, not sure what. And we'll set that aside here. Okay, so beyond belief, that's what I'm hoping for, because my main reason is to deal with altitudes and riding in Colorado from above 12,000 down to my location, sea level in Florida, which I don't ride much here, but well, I do ride, but pretty nice little flyer. You can get different size carbs for your situation. Now, it sounds like a magic bullet, and I guess when I've seen the install videos, people don't always kind of give you that vibe that they're like totally thrilled with it, but I'm hoping we can get there. So you got these power leads. You need to tell them whether you want to maintain your oil injection system or your pre-mixing. I want to maintain my oil injection system. That's why I like this bike, because I don't pre-mix. I hate doing that stuff. And so we got a bunch of goodies in here. You can see, I think that's part of my electrical connections, a Velcro strap, things like that. So this is the TPS, throttle position sensor installation kit, because I wanted to maintain my oil injection, which I love. All right, some bubble wrap, which is always fun. And now what we've all been waiting for, the beast. I call it the beast because I did pick it up once. Holy cow. I guess my first impressions is this literally feels like a building brick, a brick that you might find in your house. It's heavier than hell in terms of what I did not think being aluminum, but I mean, it's obviously beautifully built, but man, I wish they'd kind of whittled away or machined away another 50% of this material to drop the weight. So I don't like to BS people I'm not going to do endorsements for companies, and not tell you my full impressions. Too much material. I don't like adding weight to my bike, and this is a hunk of metal. I don't know what my other carburetor is going to weigh, but I did have it off, and it did not shock me in terms of the weight, the original stock carb. So this thing's kind of shocking me in terms of the weight and the bulk. I also don't care for its size. It is a bulky sucker. I wish, I guess if I had a magic wand, I'm sure it's not easy. I know it's not easy to make things like this. So I imagine its weight is somewhat necessary at this point, and its bulk is somewhat necessary. So that being said, I wish it were lighter and smaller. Apparently, if you have shock mods on some of your Xtrainers with the smaller frame, you could have some conflicts in terms of space. And I believe it with this thing. So anyway, it is beautifully built. We're going to talk about more in detail later, but I'll explain to you. I could show you better by taking this top off, but if you don't already know, this is your adjustment for lean or rich. Now what happens is the slide, when you want to make your, say you've got this installed, you're on the trail and you want to make it richer or leaner. What happens is you turn the bike off, twist the throttle all the way so the slide goes all the way up. So we're going to pretend the slide's all the way up. Then this dial can meet the screw that's in the head of the slide and engage that screw. And now you're twisting this right for rich, which is nice, R for right, R for rich, and left for lean. Counterclockwise. So lean is an L and left is an L. So that's nice, easy way to remember that. But that's why you are twisting the throttle all the way open. You're getting this slide. There's a screw on top of the slide. Once you slide it up, that screw can now be reached by your little mini screwdriver, in a sense, this little thing. So you push this down and your little screwdriver meets the screw that's in your slide, and you get to make your adjustments. Now you got a nice obvious throttle idle adjustment here, and you have your choke. Now here's another warning, which we should follow, I guess. For some reason, leave the choke up or in the open position during initial fueling, I guess right after install and you're dumping fuel in it, so that it does not flood it, which I don't know why, but anyway, I will just do what they say to do. So here's that little air intake that your boot may cover. So say your boot goes on there like this, and you can see it slightly covered. They don't want that air obstruction. So now you got to whittle away that meat and get it open so that you have a clear view of that intake, this whatever Venturi thing. So those are the few little tips. Apparently people are reporting that this vent tube, there's only one nice little vent tube here, which is good. You don't have spaghetti hanging off your carb anymore. But they say that's a little short often, so maybe I'll add another tube there. And here's our electrical connections. Again, mine, I will be dealing with oil injection, so I will be dealing with that. So, all right, in the box, let's see what else is in there. Some cardboard to hold the carb. Oh, a fuel filter. I'm going to install this. I saw people doing it. I don't like fuel filters typically, because you never know, like, if the flow restriction of this thing is causing you issues. I've dealt with it in the past where you buy a cool little filter and you think everything's great, you're going to filter your fuel, and you're screwing around with your bike forever, and only to find out later that this fuel filter can't handle the volume of fuel that you needed, and it was now your new issue. Some bolts. I don't know what those go to. So we'll find out later. Smart Carb Beta Motorcycle 2020 Plus. Remove stock reed spacer. Use these shorter manifold bolts. Oh, I didn't know I was doing that. So that's a new thing. All right, so there's a reed spacer that we're getting rid of. Oh, I did not even know that. So more bubble wrap, more bubble wrap, more bubble wrap, and some Smart Carb stickers are in the bottom if you want to advertise for them after the fact. We'll see if we want to advertise for them in the end. All right, so that's my box opening video. I am going to get to work either today or later today, and I will send you a new, or there'll be a link at the bottom of this video soon, like there was on the other one, as to what happens and what goes on with this thing. Again, air boot here may need to be trimmed. Space may be an issue. We may be taking out that spacer like I just found out just now to make more space. I'll check things. I'm having a pinging issue right now that comes and goes. Very rarely I get this nasty sharp ping in the bike, and I don't know what it's from. I'm hoping it's because my carburetors are a little screwed up or gummed up, and this will solve that, as well as my altitude desires. My ranging altitude desires to have a flexible carburetor. So I'll let you know how it works. Again, what triggered some of this was trying out a friend's 24 Husqvarna TE300 in Alabama on some crazy hardcore trails, and finding out that the Xtrainer, my bike, might not be the best crawler in the world. that thing blew my mind. I'm rarely comfortable on a new bike, but the way that throttle delivery or that fuel delivery occurred, which is a TBI, throttle body injection, I believe, on a 2024, was so awesome, and the suspension on that bike was phenomenal. I've done nothing with my stock cross trainer, but I won't get off in tangents. But the second experience I had was I rode a KTM XCW in Moab last April, and it also had Electron carburetor because it was a Western bike dealing with lots of altitude changes, and that carburetor felt pretty damn impressive. So I'm kind of excited to see what happens. I know there's other videos out there, but I'm going to really dig into whether this was a massive improvement or not, and what it does to my crawlability, improve or not. And apparently you can gain fuel mileage, you can gain consistency, on the fly adjustment. So, you know, like they said in this little flyer, we're going for beyond belief. We'll see what happens. Appreciate any likes and subscribes. Again, soon there'll be a link down below to my next video during the installation. I'll do a full installation video on this cross trainer. Take care. Appreciate any likes and subscribes.